Presenter, a regular here, please welcome Nathan Gauger and Blue Heron CPAs. Nathan, you are on.
So for timing, now we have.
Is mic on?
Yep.
Beautiful. Hi, my name's Nathan Gauger. I am with Blue Heron CPAs. Let's see.
Why am I telling you?
Sorry, did not get the, what button? Oh, up there? Okay.
I thought you were saying.
Sweet, I got clicker now. Winner, no, you're good. Yeah, here we go. So,
Trying to keep it.
I'm with Blue Heron CPAs. Presentation, I'm really trying to build financial confidence in Clermont. For me, my motto is communities thriving in financial literacy. And you'll see me say that all the time. It's behind my head whenever I do presentations, anything that I do. Financial confidence is extremely important to me. So a little bit about me. I am a CPA. I am a Horizon Award recipient, which is usually the top 15 people every 2 years in the CPA profession in the state of Florida. And then I was previously a digital marketing engineer, which is why you see me come up with the random marketing stuff that I say. Used to do a lot of stuff there. I've had 29 jobs in my life, and I have lived in the Villages, Ocala, Orlando, and now I currently reside in Mineola. I am from Kentucky, which is why I don't have a great presence here in this local area. So what is a CPA? This gets really confusing to a lot of people. So a CPA, we've taken 4 tests. Each test has around a 50% pass rate. It takes about 18 months on average to complete the CPA exam. You must have an accounting degree, 150 credit hours, which has now changed. One of my very important items here is I have found a lot of CPAs that do not have a CPA license. You can check that online at cpaverify.org. I'd really love you to do that, because what happens is someone goes to someone that's not a CPA, and then they come to me once they get the notices, and they say, oh, I went to a CPA. Well, they weren't licensed, you didn't do your due diligence, the IRS doesn't care. It's on you as the taxpayer, which is really unfortunate, because sometimes it's $10,000, $20,000, and it hurts. So trying to get that out of our community is a huge thing for me. What I actually do, retirement tax planning, structuring a business, you can read all of those there. Do a lot of analytical bookkeeping. So rather than just categorization with the intent of you actually monitoring how your business is truly running. So the problem that we've already kind of discussed it, we have a lot of people that come to us, and maybe they didn't have the resource from day one that they should have, and so they took a bad step. And then that bad step continues for 5 to 10 years. And then the IRS catches on, and after 5 to 10 years, they get a letter. If you're a financial advisor, you probably have a client that's encountered this 5 or 6 times. If you work in this industry at all, they're usually not small letters. And it hurts because it shuts down businesses. It's why businesses close. It's why people lose their retirement. My goal and what I'm really trying to do here, and I'll give an example. We had a restaurant. Was having someone that was an unlicensed individual do the bookkeeping. They ended up paying around $3,000, $4,000 for all of the accounting throughout the year. They came to us. We ended up getting them about $45,000 back through legitimate tax credits and true bookkeeping, which was a huge ROI for them, and it cost them another $15,000. That would have continued every single year if they did not have the education that they do now. And we take a very educational viewpoint in how we're approached. I'm not saying that with the intent for you to come to me. This next slide is really what I'm trying to do here. I want to help through education. Currently, my job, I sit one-on-one with every single person that I talk to, and I teach them the topics of tax. And it's really inefficient, because talking to one person every single time is really, really hard to empower the entire community towards education. So I do things like Fast Track. I do things in the community where I speak to people and I try to get the education in front of them. And I'm looking for groups where I can go and talk. I'm not going to sell them. I don't care. The vast majority of that audience is not going to be my customer. I am expensive. I am aware of that. It's just getting the right people in front of the right education so that they can maybe grow their business or grow their lifestyle into a point where they might be able to afford me in the future, or they might be able to do something great in their life and not get hit with a random letter that changes the entire trajectory of their situation. So what I'm looking for is groups of 5 or more people that are just interested in learning about a topic. Doesn't matter what it is in tax. I'm not going to do international, but there are a lot of topics that you probably want to know about, such as the new tax laws that just came in. If you have an invite to a club or a meeting, once again, an opportunity to educate. I have spoken to people for 5 hours. It was a 3-hour class that got extended to a 5-hour presentation. I'm fine with that. If people want to ask questions during it, that's a huge value add to me. Things that I've tried in the past, video content. My issue with video content is the second that I put it on the internet, it goes to everyone. I have a license that I have to protect. I have the most sued license in the United States at the moment. It's more commonly sued by insurance companies than what medical individuals are. So I can't just post content and randomly put out advice. That's why qualified advice is not easy to come by, is because we cannot post it online. It's different for every state and it's complicated. SCORE wanted me to retire prior to giving advice, which is hard because I need a job. So probably not doing that. And then local chambers, normally the members aren't necessarily our clientele. We haven't found a lot of luck with that. So whenever I say that, I prefer not to pay in order to educate a group of people. I would prefer to educate a group of people without charge. I don't know if that makes sense or that's clear, but that's really my goal in this presentation, is finding those opportunities just to solve problems that will exist in 5 years. And things that have worked, we've done SBDC seminars, and then we're also doing the fast track. We've done 3 or 4 fast tracks. And then we found a local high school club where 150 kids in high school wanted to learn the difference between a W-2 and a 1099 contractor. They loved it. The interesting thing, though, was that they started asking questions at the end of the presentation because they knew their parents were in trouble with some sort of tax situation or something was happening in their household that their parents weren't able to fix, but it was creating stress on their family. So oddly enough, I got to educate them on the difference between W-2 and 1099 for taxes, which hopefully that helps them go to college, but hopefully their parents actually got movement forward in their situation. So that's yeah, that's me. So that's all that I have. If you do have a group or opportunity to speak, would love to hear about it. And then if you're looking to network, I'm here almost every single week, would love to talk to you here. The worst way to get in touch with me is to call me. The worst way to get in touch with me is to email me. I'm literally here every week. I want to be involved in the community. Would love to see you here with the community as well.
You are a regular here. Everyone, Nathan Gauger.
Yeah.
So you are looking for chances to speak to large groups of people, 5 or more,
Yep.
correct? About the tax code or taxes or accounting?
Could be business, could be accounting, could be how to run a restaurant. It's very vague. As the CPA exam, you have a very broad understanding of how accounting works. It doesn't really teach you tax, which is kind of interesting. CPAs aren't trained on tax, but you learn tax because most people think CPAs do taxes. Really weird world there. But I am specialized in individual retirement primarily, and then small business.
All right, so let's open it up to everyone out there. Keep it concise, and keep it about helping Nathan, all right? And we'll start with him back there. And Nathan, we have something. Okay. Oh, not that. Go ahead.
Ryan Lesby with Webway Studios. First, great presentation. I know that there's a lot of small businesses here, maybe watching online as well, and you see a lot of mistakes that small businesses just get themselves into right off of the bat. Mm-hmm. What would you say the #1 mistake you see small businesses make when setting up, and how could they go about avoiding that?
So the largest mistake that we find, and I do a lot of discussions about this, is creating an S-Corp and not understanding the requirements of an S-Corp. So if you look at a room around this size, there's probably 10 S-Corps that are in this room that are not operating well. I would love to teach people how S-Corps legally are required to operate. I guess that's part of what a speaking engagement might entail. But people don't know what they don't know. And unfortunately, you don't know unless you ask questions.
Hi, Jeremy Elliott, New Beginnings. First of all, thank you for your posture of heart in terms of educating other people on the financial pieces. The literacy part is huge, and part of our downfall is our community, right? And so I've got 3 little suggestions for you. One, partner with agencies like us. Come and speak to our people. We teach that model of financial literacy, but there's also other places in Groveland, Anointed Family Services, up in Leesburg, the Samaritan Inn. They have all these different kind of nonprofits that's one of their pillars. And so you can come and link up with one of us. Also, I would say DECA, some of those groups in schools. So if you're going to reach out to some of the high schools, our local high schools would really embrace that.
Okay.
And you could do a after school thing and get the parents involved as well. So teaching them together. And then I also thought about, what was the third one? Neighborhoods like Kings Ridge. So we were able to go and do just a little 20-minute presentation about what we're doing. And there's a lot of little Trilogy, Kings Ridge, all of those places would welcome something like this to the table. But keep the model of educating. Right now, that's the stigma, right? It's like, yeah, you're educating, but what are you selling? So really maybe brand yourself about what is that? You can brand that and utilize a 30-second clip or 1-minute clip as to why. You sold me on it here. Your heart posture was there, so keep up the good work.
I'm truly not looking for customers out of these engagements. Once again, like I charge $800 for a tax return. There's not a lot of people that are going to be coming to me from these audiences. It's just the fact that I'm really tired of people coming to me with $20,000 issues that they could have solved just by knowing one small thing. This is my give back. I don't donate to charity. I donate to people and solve their problems through the education.
Nice. Right there.
Okay, so 2 questions. The first one is, I'd like you to come to our HOA. We have a clubhouse that I can get for free for speakers.
Okay.
So we are a family community, so tons of little kids, tons of people that need advice. So if you would think of something that you think would be a good pitch to them, we can work on that and get that rolling anytime. And the second one is, I'm actually working towards my CPA, so would you mentor or intern or something like that?
Congratulations on working towards it. It's a long journey. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer any of them. It is a long journey, though.
Yes, I'm Brad, a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and this may not sound too exciting, but really the exciting thing is the time to speak to an accountant or learn about this stuff for small business owners is actually now. Yes. Now between November 15th, November 20th, because after that, you're not going to be able to talk to a CPA until like May or June of next year. So if you have anything going on, now's the time. It may not sound so exciting, but Nathan might, Nathan's education may help you with tens of thousands of dollars. It's crazy. Business organization is what he's talking about, one of the things right now. And so I can get you a group. You might check with bookkeepers that don't do tax planning. You might check with payroll companies. Nathan is a guy that's proactive and wants to help you ahead of time. It's not, you don't want to wait till you have a problem. You don't want to wait till, there's no more pulse. If you got some symptoms this time to get together, you could probably set up a meeting for this group right here and just do it on whenever. I don't know, whenever time you set it up and you invite it to this group, and there'll be 12, 2 dozen folks who show up. Easy.
Yeah, I would love that.
Thank you, Brad.
I work with a whole bunch of business owners that would absolutely love for you to come into their business and do a small group. I also have a calendar section in my magazine. Anytime you do a meeting that you want to advertise, I can put you in the meeting in there. So get with me after. I'd be happy to discuss some different options as well. It's all about working together with the community and with the businesses together. And there's many people that will help you, and the HOAs will absolutely help you. A lot of people from different communities. I don't know how far out you'll travel, but yeah, I have a lot of different options.
I go down to Tampa pretty often. I go up to Jacksonville. It's, yeah, this is my give back.
Hey, good morning, Nathan. My name is Rick. I work with Venture Employer Solutions. You and I actually do a lot of things very synergistically, and I would love to partner with you and meet up with you afterwards. The gentleman over there just mentioned payroll companies. That's what we do. We do HR and payroll.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, there's a lot that we can do to kind of combine your knowledge and ours to consult with those small businesses and educate those small businesses. So I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I have the clientele that I need right now. It's truly trying to find those events and trying to find those opportunities to get in front of groups just to avoid issues for the future.
Okay, good morning. My name is Nicole Clear. I'm a Medicare insurance broker and I have a nonprofit that services seniors and veterans. I specifically would like to work with you. I reserved the Clermont Library, Cooper Library,
Okay.
and it can hold 100 people in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't have a topic. And I'd love to talk to seniors who are in retirement and who may need to move their money, manage their money, have a better understanding of their money.
Okay.
I'd love to invite you to that. I also think that it's important, as Brad said, there are many entrepreneurs who are unaware of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
The advice that was given to me is I should start a podcast or Facebook group that targets my market and just start giving education. Doing that in combination with partnering with individuals like us who are giving these opportunities, you can point them to this specific location. If you don't already have it going on, have a specific point where people can go to get more information from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that will also leverage your time, so you don't have to drive around to Tampa and Timbuktu to get the message out. You'll have a central location where they can go for more information,
Yep.
and eventually reach more people with that one city.
It's very difficult for me to provide the video content or because I don't know who my audience is. Whenever I see you all, I know who you all are. I can talk to you all and know what your situations are so that I can approach it, and you can also ask me questions. Whenever I'm broadcasting widely, I don't know who my audience is. So someone could be in California, which has a very different world.
What about doing a topic per month? 1 month you would focus on children or kids, teenagers who need information. Next month, small businesses. 3rd month, seniors, citizens who are aging. 4th month, whatever. And you kind of have a calendar of topics. I'm just giving my suggestion.
Yeah.
And then you focus on maybe your immediate area, not so much California, Massachusetts, wherever. Focus on Florida. Focus on Central Florida. And then as your audience grows, and you don't even have to record it, do an interactive live where you're giving information, you allow them to answer questions. And I have a group that I am a part of, and they have meetings like that every day. She gives a topic, she has a calendar that she does specific topics, and then she has a Q&A, and we type in our questions, and she answers. And
Gotcha.
it's very effective.
Interesting.
I think in the beginning it was free, and now she has a subscription.
Yep.
So we pay her each month to get her to talk to us and give her advice. I do it, and I watch it every single day.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to monetize. I truly but yeah, and specifically for the premium tax credit and health insurance right now, they just removed the repayment limitation. So if you were in that category where there was a repayment limitation of $3,100 or whatever it be, you now may pay an extra $7,000 if your health insurance isn't set up properly. So talking to someone who's educated in that world, probably a good idea.
So
Hey Nathan, go ahead, Leah. Leah, go ahead.
No, I just want to tap on that. I think information is gold, right? Education, your clientele, because people don't know what they don't know. So working tandemly, Nicole and I will be tag teaming, and I would love to have you as a team because also we give out information, and people do whatever with the information they want to do is up to them, right?
Yep.
But they don't know what they don't know. So I wish that somebody have told me things that I didn't know before.
Sure.
So this is powerful. But go ahead.
Hey Nathan, good morning. Jared Taylor, Sugarloaf Partners, fundraising consultants for nonprofits. So a twofer for you. You were originally asking, what groups that you could go to. There's a Clermont Gardens Club. There's also the South Lake Junior Women's Club here in town. There's multiple senior care facilities in town, caregivers groups or support groups that you could talk to. Scouting America, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, merit badges are doing stuff like that. There are several Rotary clubs in town, Lions Club. So that's where you can go and talk to some people.
Okay.
I also would like to share, at least my perspective. You've said some things, and then it has on there, you're giving your time, you're giving your talent. I would get you to prayerfully consider and ponder about that last part, that last T, the treasure part. I'm sure at some point, coming from Kentucky and now living here in Mineola, there's a huge need.
Yep.
And I'm not telling you where to put your dollars. As an accountant, a CPA, definitely the tax code. It's not just altruistic. There is that tax implication, but there's a huge need, and whether you give $1, whether you give $100, $1,000, there is that business obligation that we have now as entrepreneurs and owners to make that investment. So just prayerfully consider that. There's great nonprofits here in the room that if you need referrals to, please come talk to us, but hope that helps.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
You ready? You sit right over there every time you come here.
Typically.
Yeah. You wait for people to come to you, right?
I am kind of an introverted individual. I am not the Banks of the.
No worries. Start wearing some of my shirts.
Yeah.
I get you out of your comfort zone, and that is you and I had to sit down and we've talked, and we know that we've discussed that you want groups. Show them. You showed me at the meeting that we had. And you all out there, I'm going to put you on the spot too. Go up to him and talk to Nathan, okay? Or go up and talk to one of the people that are here that are sitting alone, because that's about connection, right? Heron?
I would agree with you, Banks.
Yeah, so it is connection. Don, we're up to you.
Hey Nathan, Don Spivey with Ellis Entertainment Private Event. DJ, are you familiar with ministerial taxes, pastoral?
So you're referring to parsonage, you're referring to fair market value, you're referring to, okay.
Yeah, housing allowance, etc.
Sure.
I can get you in contact with some pretty strong network of churches.
Okay.
Those pastors tend to get some really bad advice on how to handle that and how to put their.
If I'm, and I know that this may sound a little confident, but we have collected in my 4 years of being a tax accountant, we have found 5 returns that did not have mistakes on them. And I've probably reviewed about 2,000. There's a lot of it.
I'll get with you afterwards. I can get your contact and send you some groups.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, question right here. Yep.
What does it cost to have it reviewed? Like, since you said 5 out of 1,000, maybe all of us need to do our last year's taxes again.
So I would request that you go and talk to your person. People usually come to me whenever they know that they need something better. So keep in mind, that's a little skewed statistic. But
my
it's.
person is TurboTax, so I'm probably not going to talk to them.
Yeah. I would find someone, it doesn't have to be me. And I really, there is no cost for it to be reviewed. It's usually that you intend to want the help in the future. But we do charge more than the average person around here. And I know the reality is a lot of you can probably do without a CPA. You don't need a CPA to do your taxes. At the same time, to put up a tax shop, it takes a high school education for you to be up to date on your taxes in $20 to set up a tax shop. And a lot of people don't realize that. There is no education requirement. There's nothing. So just go and talk to somebody and see if you find them qualified.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you so much. And we want to ask him a question, don't we?
Yeah, I think we want to say, what can the community do for you, Nathan Gauger?
If you find opportunities where there are events where there might be 30 minutes to an hour where I can just come in and help people understand a topic, and I know driving down the topic is the difficult part. If you have a topic that people want to listen to and want to learn more about, I'm happy to talk about it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding, Nathan.